session one day, that is inaugural session. Okay, okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay,
Thank you.
now
Thank you.
if you see the title of today's session, it is nothing but working together with the cloud applications. Okay, and no, there is nothing new. You might be knowing this, but I'll just give you an outline of the cloud applications available on Google platform. And which are the cloud applications which we are regularly using? Can somebody say what are the cloud applications we are using? Cloud softwares.
Google Clouds
Google
are there,
Drive,
sir.
Google Drive,
Google Drive,
Yeah,
Google Photos,
Microsoft
sir.
OneDrive,
yeah,
Telegram.
yeah.
Telegram.
OneNote, Microsoft OneNote.
OneNote. OneNote is similar to Microsoft Office. Okay. What is the meaning of cloud applications? Can somebody say why are we calling them cloud software or cloud applications?
our
Storage
data
is
can be
more.
accessed
Because
anywhere.
data is saved in the cloud itself.
Yeah.
Our data can be
Okay. There
accessed
are
through internet anywhere.
yeah, data can be accessed or internet anywhere, anytime. Access will be there, and all the data are saved on cloud storage. Right? Means cloud means nothing. A storage on the internet.
And moreover,
Okay.
sir, I hope it
Except
is managed by a server, not by a user local machines.
yeah, it is managed by it is managed on cloud server.
Yeah,
Okay,
cloud server. Yeah.
owned by some reputed companies.
Yes.
Yeah, so we guarantee the access and security to the files. And when we mention cloud application, there are some other offline applications available. Which are those applications? The applications which we are using after installing on our device, like Microsoft Office package comes with Word, PowerPoint, Excel, etc. So what we do, we just install it on our computer, and we can open Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, etc. on our computer, work with some document, save it on our computer, right? When we work use the softwares installed on our computer, the documents which are created or edited by using these softwares will have to be stored first on the computer, and that can be moved to the internet storage or not, but that will be using the storage of the computer. Okay, whereas these cloud applications are making use of the softwares which are installed on a cloud server. Actually, the similar kind of softwares are there. They are installed somewhere on the internet or the internet, and that softwares can be accessed by number of people simultaneously, and store their files or documents on the same cloud drive. Okay, storage. So that's why they are called cloud applications. And there are different cloud storages also. Google Drive, then OneDrive is there, then Dropbox is there, and many other storages are there, which you will be knowing. Now, if we see the Google's cloud application, okay, Google cloud softwares, Google cloud softwares, if we see, you can see lots of software. They are made available in the form of a package. So they are known as Google Docs, docs.google.com. If you see docs.google.com, you can see many okay, 4 applications are available here for the free user. Okay, and some other additions are there for the workspace users. Okay, what is workspace? Google's premium account. There are, earlier it was known as G Suite. Now they have changed its name, Google Workspace. Now these are the 4 applications we will just try to cover the major points regarding these 4 applications today. Okay, and I hope we are regularly using it, and so that I'll not be going each and every aspect of this one. And here we can see 4 application. One is Docs. Docs is related to word processing software. Okay, like Microsoft Word. Docs is similar to Microsoft Word. That is, there we can prepare the documents. Okay, letter, draft a letter, make CV, etc. So the word processing softwares, they are called generally word processing software. So if we click on Docs, the Google Docs will be open, and to access all these for you can just type docs.google.com only. Then all the 4 applications will be available here. And if you want sheets, that is similar to MS Excel, slides similar to MS PowerPoint, and Google Form, which you know. So we'll start with the Google Docs. That is the word processing application, and you can see number of files available here. Okay, so here either you can go for creating a blank one and edit it, modify it, or otherwise some templates are there. If you are going for creating a resume, then you can click on that and start with, and change the layout and everything later. Or otherwise, if you are having a file which is created on your computer, okay, and stored on your computer, then you can upload that also by going to Open File Picker. If you go to Open File Picker, you can upload your file. Or otherwise, if some files are already there in your Gmail, that can be organized in Google Drive, then from Google Drive you can access it. Okay, whatever the files available on your Google files can also be open, or otherwise you can upload one. Now to start with, a blank one can be started. Okay, open a blank one. I'm going to create a blank sheet. And when you come here, better you just go for renaming the file first. First you give a demo name to the file, demo document. Okay, and the rest things are similar. You can type here, you can change the design, you can change the layout, everything. It's possible. You can see all the major options available in any word processing applications will be there. Fonts will be available, and font size, color, for font color, background color, then alignment, everything will be there. Numbering, bulleting, all the features will be here, available here. And if you want to change the page setup, the page size and everything, you can go to page setup and do. That will be available there. Now, if you want to insert table, images, or drawing, charts, special characters, equation, etc., you can go to insert. When you go to insert, you can see all the options there. And if you want to add any hyperlink, that also can be available. Now, okay, you could just explore all these features. It's nothing, there is nothing new. That's why I'm not going in detail. Now, if you want to add images, directly you can search on the web. That's a good feature here. If we are preparing a document on Microsoft Word, if we want an image, we'll have to go to internet, open browser, then search for suitable image and insert, right? But here you can directly search for the image. Now, if I want to search for the image of AMU, so I can directly select here and click on insert. That can be inserted. So that part is very easy here, inserting the images. Okay, if you need any image, and you know, the great part of using this kind of cloud softwares is that it can be shared with others very easily. We don't want to upload the file and share. Already the file is there. We are just sharing it with a link. Okay, so what if we need to share this link with someone? What way we can do? We can go to the share button here, and by clicking on the share button, if you know their names, okay, if you know their name or email ID. Name means if you are continuously in communication with them, of course their email ID will be there in your contact. So that when you enter their name or some keywords, their email will be displayed. Or otherwise, you can enter their email and share it. Okay, and it can be shared. If I get some email ID in the chat box, only 3 or 4. No need to send everyone. 1 or 2 can send your email ID, so that I'll be sharing it with you. Okay, please do fast. So that way I can do. Or otherwise, if this document which I have prepared or I'm going to prepare. Okay, thank you. Fine. I have got enough. So K. Jayadevan. Sandeep Gupta. Okay, let me share it with this personal first. So I'm sharing with Dr. K. J. Dr. JK. Okay, then Sandeep Gupta. So that even, and you see, when I shared, I chose them as editors. I had some options here. Okay, their roles can be set. I chose them as editors, so they can also edit, work on this file. They can also edit on this file. So this document created on Google Docs. If I add something, and if the persons with whom I have shared are also clicking, now they would have got an email. If they click on that link, they will also be reaching here. They can also work with me simultaneously. We can work. Okay, so that that feature is available here. So at what time we will have to use like this feature? When you are going to prepare a proposal in a team, as a team, or when we are going to prepare the reports, and where 2 or 3 members are involved. So we can simultaneously do, and even each one can comment if needed. If any change is required, others can also make comment. Okay, this comment option, chat option is there, no? That is comment that can be used. That way it can be useful. And if this has to be shared, now suppose if you have created a note or a teaching note on Google Docs, and if you want to share it with your students, you go to share and get this link. You just get this link and copy it, share that link only with your students, so that they can access, open this file. But if you are choosing making them only viewers, they cannot make any change on it. They cannot edit this file. They can see this file. They can read this file. Okay. So now somebody was asking me when I was explaining Moodle. Yeah, you see here. You see, one sir has joined here. I shared it with him. He joined here. Now, sir, you please add some line in this page. Please add something. You can also type. Yeah. Now you see, he is typing. This is Professor Dr. Jayakumar. Okay. Okay. This is very good document. So he is doing that. Now, if the problem here is that, what if somebody is deleting something which others have done? If sir is deleting the first line accidentally or knowingly, if I want to know, or otherwise if we need to know what is added by whom, then how we will get? We can go to file, and there is a version history. Now what I can do is I'll just save this version. Whatever the file is now, that I am saving. Okay. By default, we don't want to save the works done on this. It will be automatically saved. But if you want to save as different versions, that can be saved. Now, sir, you please do something. You please add some more thing. Anything. Yeah. I can see that in pink color, the cursor. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, sir. Now, if I want to go and check the version history, if I check the C version history, I can see who has done. Now you see this pink one is done by whom? C version history. If I click, I can come to know at 6 June 317. This is the version, and there this green, no, the green, that is ASA is added by me, and Professor Dr. R. Jayakumar has added this violet color. So that way we can see. And if you want to go to the earlier version, you can see one version 6 June 315. If I click on that, that will be seen. And if I want to restore the earlier version, first you click on a version, then you click on restore this version. Now the other version will be moved. So I got it back. So this way it can be useful for us. And now other advantages. Advantage is that if you prepare a document that you wish to publish it on web, when do we need to publish on web? When we are having, when teachers are having a website. Okay, when individual teacher is having a website, we will have to publish many things, including learning material or some other things. Okay, maybe our updated CV, etc. will be uploading, means publishing on website or on a blog, or otherwise you may be asked to prepare a report that will have to be published on your college website. Okay, so it is easy. You prepare the report, go to file, publish to the web, then you click on embed. Two way we can publish as a link. Okay, as you know, the link can be copied and pasted somewhere, that when viewers click on that, they will reach here. Or otherwise, embed you can click and publish. You click on embed and publish. Then you will be getting a code. This code you can add on your, this code can be added on your web page. Now let me see. Suppose if this is a learning material, if I want to add on my Moodle, what I can do, I can go to Moodle, I can go for, see, wherever you need to add, the procedure is same. Now, since I'm having the access to Moodle website, I'm doing. Okay, so I'll click here. So if it is a web page, you go to your web page, then you go and paste there. Okay, demo. Then save and display or then publish, whatever. See, like this, it will be published on the page itself. This is not a link, no. This is not a link. This is not a link. This is embedded onto the web page. That is the on our website's page itself. Viewers can read this document. Okay, so that way advantage is there by publishing it on web. So these features are available on Google Docs. Okay, now do you have any queries regarding what we discussed?
Sir, can you repeat this procedure, sir? This embedded.
Which one?
Embedded one, sir. Embedded.
Embedding.
Yes.
Okay, embedding means nothing. You prepare the document, you just go to file, then publish to the web is there, then go to embed, then there will be a button publish. Click on that, then a code will be generated. You copy this code. Okay, you copy this code. If you are having a blog, you just go to that blog post and add it. Just paste there, or on Moodle or anywhere you paste it. On that web page, this will be embedded. Now I'll make it more clear. Now, suppose here you can see this is a demo document, something is shown. Now, if I delete it, okay, I have deleted the content, means I'm just modifying the content. Okay. And if I'm modifying the content, I don't want to, it will, it may be taking some time as it is using cache. Now, next time when we come, this content will be by default modified. Okay. Whatever the changes are changes made on this page will be reflected here automatically. Okay, it will be reflecting that taking the time, since we are using the same system now, cache will be there. That's why. So otherwise it will be automatically modified. So one more usage is there. Suppose you are publishing the students' attendance in this way. Okay, students' attendance table or score table, something. And if you prepare the table, blank table, and publish, whenever you evaluate, you add it, so that whenever you add something here, that will be reflected on the web page or blog where you have embedded this. So that way it is easy. Okay, now is there any other thing, other doubt? Okay, if there are no doubts, I'll have to explain one more feature of this Google Docs. Okay, here an inbuilt translator, that Google Translator you may be aware of. So that translator is also available here. And more than that, here a voice typing feature is available. So there may be someone who is lazy to type, or who is not having the typing speed, but having good communication skill. Okay, you just communicate it to your system will do your typing work. So that for accessing that, you just open your Google Docs, then go to tools, then voice typing is there. You can choose the language available here. English, there are many, English, India is also there. Choose your language, then click on this mic button, then speak. Now I wish to speak about the voice typing feature of Google Docs. See, whatever I speak here are getting typed by machine, isn't it? And when you complete typing, you can stop recording. This button. Okay, click on this recording button, then it will be stopped. Now, same way you can speak in Malayalam, English, Hindi, Marathi, etc. And I'll show you how Malayalam is working. So this is a very good tool.
Excuse me, sir. Can we
Yes.
translate it to any
Yeah.
languages
Yes.
in the same document?
Yeah, I'll show you, man. Where is Malayalam? Tamil is there. Malayalam. Yeah. ഞാൻ ഇപ്പോൾ Google Docs ഉപയോഗിച്ച് മലയാളം ടൈപ്പ് ചെയ്യുകയാണ്.
Sir, actually, my question is, if I have written in English.
Yeah. I'm coming to that, ma'am. I'm coming to that.
Okay. Sir.
Okay. See, this way you can use your own language also. Now, there is this as madam asked, there is a translation option here. Translator is available here. Suppose I just need, I know many of us are not from Kerala. So whatever I have typed here in Malayalam, by using voice typing feature, need to be converted into English, Malayalam to English. How can I translate? You go to tools again, then translate document is there. Then you can, means when you translate this document, new translated document will be saved as a new document. So what should be the document? Demo translation. Okay, the name of that document, new document you give, then to which document you need to translate, that also you just choose English, then translate it. Now you see what I have typed here. Google Docs ഉപയോഗിച്ച് മലയാളം type ചെയ്യുകയാണ്. Now here I am currently typing Malayalam using Google Docs. You see exactly translated. Most the case translation, no, some lacuna will be there that we'll have to do manually, but here almost same. And we cannot say 100% translation will be effective, but still then manually we can make some changes. It is easy. And if we are going now, you see, if I need to translate this back to Malayalam or Hindi, okay, let me convert, translate it into Hindi. You go to tools, translate, then Hindi you choose, translate. So somebody say whether it is coming correct or not. Something is lacking. Is it correct? Yeah.
Yes, sir. It is correct.
Yeah.
Yes, sir,
Google,
it's correct.
yeah, Google Docs
Thank
का
you so
उपयोग करके. Yeah,
Sir,
it's correct.
sir, I have a question, sir.
Yeah,
Sir, is
please.
Google and this feature is same, sir?
Pardon?
Google Translator and sir, this feature is same?
I did not get the first part of your question.
So Google Translator, there is a facility of Google Translator.
Yeah, but Google is making use of their applications everywhere. No, they are connecting their application together. So this is Google Translator only,
Okay.
nothing else. Okay, so this can be used, and I hope somebody will not be seeing this feature, either voice typing, when you browse it. If you are not seeing, open that in Google Chrome, then you will see. Okay, if you open it in any other browser, this voice typing may not be there. Okay, so this way we can make use of Google Docs. I hope you will be using it. And if you want to present this to a meeting, that also is available here. That is a new feature. Directly you can present this one to a Google Meet. Okay, now go back, you can click here, click on this icon, so that you will be taken back to home. Yeah, now whatever the file which you created will be seeing here based on the date you modified the document. So you can see the documents which we created, three documents which we created now. One document we created, then we create while translating it to other languages. Okay, I hope this part is clear. Google Docs. Now we are moving to Google Sheets. Okay, there are some participants who have already attended some of my sessions, programs where I explained all this in detail, so they may be getting bored. So no other way.
No, sir,
Okay,
it is
now,
very interesting to learn, sir. It is
yeah,
very, very interesting. Your session is very interesting, sir. Thank you, sir.
okay, thank you. Now you see Google Sheets. We are there in Google Sheets. You can see lots of Google Sheets available here. So what I do now, if I have some settlement, some payment, everything I just make using a Google sheet. By using a Google Sheet, I mark everything so that anywhere we can update the sheet and access the sheet. Now, okay, we'll start with a new one, blank one. Go for plus button. As we did in Google Docs, we can use the same feature, plus button. As I told, you give the file a name. Now, if you are there here to prepare internal marks sheet. Okay. If you are doing like this, one mark sheet you are creating, and I hope there will be many teachers who are teaching different subjects in a department. So I'll just give you a demo. Name of the student. We need name of the student. Their roll number we may need, or we may have roll number. Then we have paper 1. Okay, paper 1, I'm not mentioning the subject name. Okay, paper 2 and paper 3. And maybe if it all the papers maximum is maximum score is 20. Here it is 10. It depends on the based on the credits. The score may also change. 15. Now we need total internal mark we need, and we need percentage. Okay, so for timing we need only this much data. And paper 1 is taught by teacher 1, and paper 2 is teacher 2. Similarly, paper 3 is taught by teacher 3. See, whether attendance or scores like this, it's always a tiring job to consolidate, right? No, is it right? In a department, whether attendance consolidation or internal consolidation, it's always a very hectic job. Now, I hope if you were not practicing this, you are going to practice this one to reduce your workload. And during this pandemic, this is the best way to do. Now, student 1, we have some students. Okay, say 10 students, we have student 1, student 2, etc. Now, roll number we have demo 01. Okay, we have roll number. So this much data we may be having in a department, anyhow we'll be having. Now we need to have data from paper 1, paper 2, and paper 3. From different teachers, we need to have collect the data. So I need 3 teachers who can work now. Please share your email ID. Only 3. Means you will have to open Google Sheet now and work. Then you search. Now Mahesh. Okay, thank you. I have got it. Mahesh, Divya Ajay. Then Santosh Kumar. Sorry, Prasanna Kumar. Okay, don't mind. I just randomly accepted. Okay, so 3 Mahesh sir, Divya Ajay, and Prasanna Kumar sir, please see your mailbox. Okay, inbox. I'm just sharing it. So I just shared it. Remember, here it is editor. Okay, their role is editor. Now they will be coming here, and that can be seen by us. Okay, here we can see when they join. Let them join. Okay, by then what I'll do, I'll just have the equation. Yeah, one teacher has joined. Vijay sir, you can be the teacher one, paper one. Paper one, you add the score to paper one. So meanwhile, I am adding the equation for total. Okay, equation I am adding total D5 plus E5 plus F5. Okay, teacher 2, who is teacher 2? Yeah, Prasanna Kumar. So in real practice, we will be knowing which paper is taught by whom. Now paper 3, teacher has not joined. So, okay, I'll do one thing. I will act as paper 3. Okay. Paper 3 charge. Okay, now we have got the total. We can have the equation for percentage also. So percentage is G5 by 3045, no? Yeah. Okay, we got the percentage also very easily. Now, the advantage is that whenever teacher 1 is ready, he can mark teacher 1 score, teacher 2, teacher 3, etc. So total will be calculated, percentage will be calculated. As I told, if we want to download it in PDF format or Excel sheet, whatever way we can download it, or we can publish it directly to the website also. Published to the web is also there, or we can even email from here itself. We can email this file to our students or somebody. Okay, directly we can mail, and we can choose in which format we need to email. But what should be the format of this file, whether it is OpenOffice spreadsheet, Microsoft Excel, or PDF. So that way we can email. Now here there is a practical issue. Okay, suppose teacher 1 is favoring some student. You know, I have added very low score to many students. You can see out of 15, 4, 2, etc. Suppose paper teacher 1 or teacher 2 is fond of some students. Okay, then they can come and make changes on my part, my score. Then also total will be changed. No. Same way, I can go to their area and change. If we do not have good practices, we may do these things. Then it will affect the student's final score. Okay, so that can be prevented. How? Okay, as I mentioned in Google Docs, here also we can see version history. The cheating is not possible here. We can go to version history and see who has added what. Okay, who has added what. Now it's perfect. Okay, nobody has, in 3 colors things are given. These are done by 2 teachers, and all these green are added by me. No, that's why in a single color. This way we can see. Now if I change, okay, I'm just going to change this 7 to 9. I'm just changing this 7 to 9 as I want student 10 to have good score. Then if I go file and version history, I can find it out that something is done here. Okay, you can see like this 9 is not added by this teacher 2. Teacher 2's color is this one, right? But whereas it is given in my color, that means I have gone to his area and added or changed some score. That way I can do. I can understand. Okay, I just did. Now still prevention is better than cure, no? Better to prevent it. than treating later. So what you can do, if you want to restrict some area to someone alone, then you can select those cells. If you want to select this entire cell, you select it, right click, you do right click, then here you are having protect range option is there. So here for my reference, I am adding teacher 1, giving a name, teacher 1, okay, or paper 1, paper 1. Then set permission you do. Then here you can set the permission, who should be able to edit it. I hope it is done by Vijay Deshmukh sir only. So, okay, by myself, since I am the owner of this document, I can make editing. I can make changes to anywhere. But Prasanna Kumar, if I remove Prasanna Kumar from this list, he will not be able to make any change. Now I'll just click done. Now Prasanna Kumar sir, sorry, what is the, yeah, present. Now what did I do? Sorry, Vijay sir, now teacher 1 is given only for Vijay sir. Same way, teacher 2, I am going to restrict to Prasanna Kumar sir only. Paper 2. Removing Mahesh sir and Vijay Kumar sir, since I had shared with them earlier. Since this document is shared with them, their names are seen. Now, can you just try, okay, both the teachers, Vijay Kumar sir and Prasanna Kumar sir, can you try to make changes on others area? Others, okay, this I will do myself, restrict to myself. The third one. Removing all. Okay, are you able to edit others? You can unmute your microphone and speak.
No,
yeah,
sir.
what is the warning?
There was a problem. You are trying to
Yeah.
edit a protected cell or object.
Yeah, you see, this way they will not be able to edit it. I hope you will be using this one hereafter, right? Will you use it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Definitely,
So
sir.
this,
Definitely.
yeah, this way we can do. And if it is a recurring activity, like monthly attendance, like that, only once you have to do the effort, like adding this, making this format, restricting and restriction and all. Later you can copy this and you can make sheet 2, sheet 3, etc. You can rename here June, July, June, December, etc. Okay. For first term, second term, etc. You can do and use it. So it is very easy. And finally, if you want to see if it is final, if you want to remove everyone, other teachers, either you can go to share again, either you can remove them, okay, remove them, or you can make them viewers only. So they will not be able to make any changes on this later. Even their part they cannot change when if you are making them viewer or you are removing them. Okay, once if the score is finalized, even those teachers are not supposed to make any changes on their score. So you can do this way. Now, no teacher other than me. Okay, here I am the boss. I'm the head. That's why. Okay, you have no other choice. You have to trust me. So here, this way you can do. I hope you will be doing all these things. And regarding the equations and other features, almost all the features available in Excel we are having here. So this is the easiest method. Now, let me show you how it is going to work in real case. You don't even want a computer to practice. Suppose you just added the score. some later when you were outside the campus, the student 5 is making you a call and saying that, sir, I had scored 20, I had scored 20, and whereas my score in this list is only shown 15. That means there are some differences in her actual score and in your record. So you don't want to forget it. Then and there you can do by opening Google Sheet on your mobile phone. Let me show you. Please. Yeah, I hope you are seeing my screen, mobile screen. You can download an application, Google Sheets. You can see Google Sheets here. Okay, Google Sheets. Same way, same application you can download. You can open Google Sheets. Now, let me open my Google Sheet. You have to choose the correct account. If you are having multiple Gmail account, you choose your correct Google account so that and refresh. It will be automatically coming since we are doing now. Just now only I did. Now I can see internal mark sheet. Open it. See, now I am seeing the document which we prepared. Now, same way, if a student is complaining that she has scored 20, just change the score while you are traveling or when if you are attending a function. Okay, that will be reflected on your actual. Now you see 17 for student 3 go changed into 20 immediately. So that way, this working with cloud applications will help us by reducing the time, energy, etc. Okay, which we spend. Okay, how do you feel? Will you be using it?
Sir, it's a very easy tool, and
Yes, sir, it's very
thank you very
helpful,
much for
very, very helpful.
explanation.
Thank
It's
you,
very
sir.
helpful.
Yeah.
Definitely it is
Now
very
there is one comment by Anu James. I have been using all these since your class in STC. Yeah, I hope she was the she had participated where I discussed this one. So since then she is using. I hope that way, if you are not using, you are going to make use of these features hereafter. Now, see, if you go to share option, this link sharing, everything is available here also. I'm not going in detail. Now, yeah, Kazi Ammal Vijay, they are using it. Yeah, we have to use it. Okay. Now we are going to Google Slides. There is nothing to discuss there. Just to show you the platform, because whatever the features we were using in these two applications, same way we can use here also. Yeah.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, before moving to
Yes.
another section, I just wanted to know if you have time that how we can make graphs while using these Google Sheets. For example, pie charts and all. If suppose we are collecting data on a 5-point rating scale and we wanted to convert that data into a pie chart, how we can use Google Sheets for converting that data?
Okay, let me show you. How you are doing it on Excel. Same way you can do. Let me show you. Insert chart will be there. Okay, you select the data cells by which you need to create the charts. You can do this. Okay, got it, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Thank
Did
you.
you get it?
Yes.
Same way. Yeah, the features are same. Now we will move to Google Sheets. Google Slides. That's also a very good one. see the great advantage is that we can share, we can collaborate, work in team, and we can work anywhere on any device, Okay. Now we'll go to Google Slides. Google Slides, I go the same way. The platform is looking similar, same. Now black, you can go to one. Okay, blank one. This is a demo presentation. Okay, here also you can collaborate among multiple members. You go to share. First you give a name, give the file a name. Then you can go share with someone. Okay, since known to you now. Now you can share it, do it in a team. Then you can add multiple slides here. Okay, if you want to change the size of the slides, you can go to page setup and you can choose the screen 16:9, 16:10, etc. the ratio. Now the background, everything we can do the same way we are working on Microsoft PowerPoint. Okay, some designs are there. Choose them, choose the design, themes. Right side you can see the themes you can do. Now okay, you can, as I told in case of Google Docs, yes, especially while we are preparing the presentation, we may require images, no? So that easily we can manage from internet by going inside image, then search the verb. If you want images from suppose if I want Moodle, okay, I can click Moodle and insert it. Okay, that way we can find the image from internet or from device or from our Google Drive. Okay, now okay, so either you prepare the presentation on Google Slide or you upload the presentation onto Google Slides by going here, file picker, you can upload. Okay, do it. The advantage is that you can present it from anyone, anywhere. So now if you are doing your presentation, if your device goes down, if your device is going down and there you are arranging some other device, there's no worry. You just log into your Google account, go to Google Slides, you can find your the presentation. Same way on your mobile also, if Slides is installed, yeah, Slides is installed, you can have it. No need to use what is that, pen drive, flash drives, etc. to move, or even you don't want to send the files as an attachment in email. See, demo presentation I can use on my mobile phone also. Even if you are having a Google Meet on your mobile phone, you are having a presentation button. Share your screen, click on present, then you can present it from your mobile device also. That way, this is very handy tool. Okay, now you see the same way we are presenting from a computer, we can do. Now there are other advantages as well by in using here. I'll show you the other advantage is that if you want to insert a movie clip, means a clip, a video from YouTube, you can go to insert video then from YouTube itself you can find it. Now if you can directly search. Okay, now how to create a blog, part 1 means I just search over there, I can do select it, or otherwise you can upload also, you can upload also, or otherwise you can directly take from YouTube, either your video or somebody else video. Okay, now use of Google Forms. This way I can add, okay, the video. And again, remember, if this video can be played while you are presenting only if you are having internet. Okay, otherwise it can be possible. Now again, usually we'll be having internet, no? Then only we'll be using Google Slide to present. Now, other than this, we can select the timing also. If I want a part of this video, I can set the starting time. I just need a 1 minute from this video. You can see 12 to 13. Only 1 minute from this 53 minutes video can be presented. Now you can click on a present button here if you are connecting this to computer projector, or while in online meeting you can go to present. Then here you can see when the video comes, it will start from this point. Okay, it is not starting from the beginning. That's there. Now, okay, what about animations and all? If you want animations and all, you just select an object. If you are having a title, text or image, if you want to put animation, you just select that object. Then animate option will be there. Animate, right click, animate. Then here you can see how to animate it. What are the options? Dissolve, fade, etc. No, the usual flip. Those things will be available here. You do that, then you can make. And if you are good at using Microsoft PowerPoint, prepare on that, then upload it into Google so that you can either modify from here or present, and you can download it in different format, PDF, etc. And you can even download the slides in image format also. Then you can mail from here also. You can make a copy of this one also. Duplicate you can make. So all these options are available here. Now if I go to present, here while presenting, again Google Slide is having some features. Okay, now autoplay option is there. Then speaker notes are there. Then wait, some more options. Laser pointer is there. You see, pointer is there. So like this, different options are there. Then stop presentation. I hope this also will be useful for all the teachers. Is it? Any doubts regarding Google Slides? Do you have any doubt regarding Google Docs?
Sir, can we add audio effect in our presentation in this?
Yeah, definitely. Here a drawback is there. I forgot to say that. Okay, let me see. Sometimes they might have added that. Here, voice type speaker note is voice typing can be done, but if we need voice note, that insert audio, if we need audio, this audio recording option is not there. In Microsoft PowerPoint, we can add voice note, no?
Yes,
But
sir.
here, when we want to add a voice note here, from here, we are not having the option to record audio. We will have to record the audio by using any online audio recorders and upload the file, or the recorder on your computer can be used, then you'll have to upload that audio file. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
But if you are having an audio file, you can add it to the slide. That's possible. Like this, the way we are doing. And here we can choose also how to play it on click or automatically. All those options are there, but recording option is not there. I don't know why they haven't added. You see, they are having the option to use the microphone for speaker notes and all, but for recording they haven't made yet. Anything else? Anything else? I hope no. Okay, somebody has asked the difference between Microsoft PowerPoint and Google Slides. Can somebody answer to that question? The difference between PowerPoint and Google Slides. Can anybody answer?
Yes, sir.
PowerPoint
please.
is an offline tool, sir.
Yeah.
Offline tool. A Google Slide is online tool.
Collaborate with our colleague or friends, but in Google Slide we can easily collaborate and share also easily.
Yeah. See, if we are using PowerPoint, we will have to have a system where this is installed, right? And if we want to send the document created on PowerPoint to someone, we'll have to save it, then share it via email or some other way. Then if we want to get feedback, some correction is there, then they will have to resend it, we will have to open it, find where they have made editing. Too much problem, right? But here on the same file, multiple members can work. Now Google Forms, we'll move to Google Forms. I think among these three,
Nasser sir,
among these four, yeah, please.
Yeah, sir, when we are inserting, sir, when we are inserting YouTube, the audio will play by default, or should we make any changes to the settings?
Okay, we'll see. By default, audio will be added, and if you are using presenting it online, means during online meeting, you will have to share the sound system sound also. On Zoom, you are I'm having share sound option. If I click that only, you will be getting that video. Now here, if you click on this one now, if you click here, you can have the options of the video, whether sound is required or not. If you do not want to play the sound, you can mute the audio. And while presenting, I'll just present it. I'll just share the sound also, present it. Name of the form. So this assignment submission, I hope you were getting the audio also. So that way it will be working.
Thank you.
What I was telling you is that among these four applications, cloud applications, the fourth one is so popular, especially during these days, last 1 year, right? Google Forms. We are using either knowingly or unknowingly, and all the teachers are using it to mark, to collect attendances, to collect assignments, etc. So Google Forms, see, regarding Google Forms, if you have any particular query you ask, then I don't want to touch the other parts, no? I can concentrate on to that. Google Forms, I can click plus buttons to start.
If we type an equation in Google Forms, we are not able to get the right format. We have to go type it in Word and then we have to copy paste it in Google Form.
Yeah, that is there, ma'am. Okay, or any otherwise this we'll discuss tomorrow. We'll have time to discuss
but
about.
that option is available in TestMouse.
Yeah, in TestMouse it is there.
Okay.
And why I wanted to discuss these Google applications, many of us are using Google Classroom. So it is very easy to collaborate all these platforms together in Google Classroom. Since Google Classroom is from Google itself. If you are having any other doubts, you ask. Okay, regarding Google Forms and the certificate generation, etc. we will discuss tomorrow. And if you need me to discuss any other tool, you can let me know. I'll try to include that also. Do you have anything else to discuss? Please share your experiences. You were using lots of tools now during these days.
Sir, you're going to show certificate generation tomorrow?
Yeah, I hope that will be required, no?
Yeah, it's important.
Yeah, that's when I got that point only I stopped. Or it may be taking time. So since morning we are attending, no? So tomorrow we'll discuss.
Okay.
Okay, anything else? I hope this was beneficial for we all. And we will be learning many things during this FTP, and that will be making some desired changes in our teacher behavior. Right. Now, if you are somebody has to say something, please tell. So open for discussion. Anything, not even related to these tools. Something else also you can discuss. We may share each other.
So do we get the recording of all these sessions for future reference?
Yeah, we will get.
Thank you.